Welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Emily Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. So let us talk about adding eggs to your catfish feed to increase the protein level of the catfish feed. Is this very good? So this is what we'll be discussing today. And remember, if you're having any problem in your farm, simply do a video and send it to 081-353-48909. When I look at this video, I will be able to help you solve your problem free of charge. I will be right back to discuss this. Welcome back. So, like I said, we are discussing about adding eggs to your catfish feed. The funny thing about this situation is that this is just a trend started by some people. They just thought about it and started it. Then before you know what's happening, this trend is now becoming that some people will tell you that, hey, if you don't do this, your catfish, you are wasting your time. Why do you know you're wasting your time? Blah, 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 blah. Why not go and do it? It's going to help you. And okay, it's all right. But let's look at this very well and understand what we are doing. Now, in this video today, I'm going to be telling you implication of adding egg to your fish feed, and I will give you a practical assignment. Do this assignment and the result will tell you if it is necessary or it's not necessary. So relax, let's go. So now, like I said, people started the issue of adding eggs to feed, and one of the ideas behind this is a good idea. One of the ideas is that constant rising of feed price and everything, so you want to step up the protein level in your feed, especially for your small catfishes, which is a very noble idea, right? It sounds very good, but here is the problem. The problem is, if you want to solve an issue, you don't create more issues that will not solve the issue. What do I mean by that? What is the issue that you think you'll be creating by adding eggs? Now, the issue you are creating is that you are creating the issue of financial burden to what you are doing. How do you create financial burden? Currently, some people sell eggs $70, $100, depending on where you're buying this egg from. Now, how many crates of egg do you need to add? Because what is the procedure of adding this egg? You break the egg on the feed and you mix it with the feed, then give the feed to your fishes. So we all know current prices of feed. Now you step up the current price of feed by additional 3,000 naira on top of one bag for buying one crate or thereabout. And we don't even know where this egg price is going. You put this on the fish on the feed. Now you have already added some additional money. So let us go to the other side, which is the result, right? So when you mix this thing, you put it for the fishes to eat. Now this is where it becomes funny, and this is my assignment to you that is watching, so that we all can be on the same page. You get your fish feed, right? You break egg and add small. Just add small. Don't use all those ones. Just add small. Now when you put the feed on top of the water, watch the water, you see something like rainbow color, different colors float, right? You know what those colors are? Those colors are the egg that you just attach to the feed. What you don't understand is that when producing feed, you use some binders to bind all the ingredients together, right? If you had gone to put the egg inside the binders and mix the feed together, so what it simply means is that as you eat the feed, you eat the egg. As you eat the feed, you eat the egg. But the problem with that situation is that egg cannot last long with the feed. That is, most feeds are meant to last 3 months, 4 months. Egg cannot last that long. It will spoil. So automatically, that particular procedure will not work. So now this procedure you put now, the egg is just at the body of the feed. It's not even inside. So once you put it, you know how fishes rush the feed. Possibility that as the fishes are rushing the feed, these eggs are scattering on the water because they are not binded in the feed. So if you do the experiment in your place now, look at the water, you see the thing floating. So ask yourself, what have you given the fish? Is it the small drop that entered that will increase the protein level that the feed is going to get apart from the one that is getting from the feed? What of the cost implication? The egg that you just added, did you gain it from that thing that the fish is ate? If you put all these things together and you want to be truthful to yourself, you see that the answer is zero. Some said, oh, when they used it, it made their fish big. It's a lie. It's your feed that is making your fish big. The egg has nothing. It will not add anything to your feed. Instead, it's going to increase your financial implications. So why do you want to increase the financial implication? Why not gather all that money you want to be buying egg and use it and buy extra feed, so that if you were before managing feed, it will help you to step up the amount of feed you are giving your fishes. This is not a resultant way of reducing the amount of feed you give your fishes. Instead, it's a resultant way of wasting more funds. This is a very clear thing. It's very clear. It's not about, oh, this guy is always bringing things that are not possible. But it's a very clear thing. You can always try and do it yourself. Do the experiment yourself and see what the result will be. And then you will know, oh, does it make sense? Then if you want to go further and prove yourself if I'm saying the right thing or not. If you raise fish, let's say you raise 100 fish this time around. You did everything normal. Practice the same thing you raised on that fish in the next set, but now add egg. And come out with the result and compare if you have done well or not. Then after that, after your sales, put the expenses of the egg in whatever you sell and see if you have done well for your profit or what is going on. That's just the problem. So you have not really done anything by using egg. You have not added any value to the feed. The only way you could have added that value is if you are the one mixing the feed immediately, blending it immediately, and giving your fish. But unfortunately, if you do that, you may not be able to get your money back. Because if you want to do that and get a floating feed, it's going to cost you much money to buy a machine that can compress the feed to float. So my advice is simple. Whatever you want to raise as your fishes, always make sure you plan for the feeding very well. Forget about the issue of adding any additional cost. Some people even go to the level of using crayfish. And we all know how much crayfish is sold in the market today. Yes, crayfish is proteinous. But the question is that thing you are adding doesn't add any differences to what they are eating. If you want to add difference, please go and buy good food. I have mentioned it here. We have many very good food. We have many imported good feed that are good. These ones I will call. They are not the only feed, but at least you know of Copens, you know of Scretin, you know of Alaqua. All these is our foreign feed. They are all good. If you have anyone that you don't know about, send me the picture or whatever. I will be able to tell you if it is good. Then if it's foreign feed that we have never had before, go to where they wrote indications, feed composition. Send me the feed composition. That's what we'll look at to tell you if feed is good. Then Nigeria made feed, we have Eco Float, we have Blue Crown, we have Top, we have Omega, we have Vital. You know, this is made in Nigeria and they are very good. You know, so you can actually, if you want, for me, it depends on what you want and the one that's available in your places. There are other ones that I can't even mention because I don't know all their names, but these are the ones in my area. So if you have the ones that you don't know if they are good, or go to the feed composition, take a picture. We have many imported good feed that are good. These ones I will call. They are not the only feed, but at least you know of Copens, you know of Scretin, you know of Alaqua. All this is our foreign feed. They are all good. If you have anyone that you don't know about, send me the picture or whatever. I will be able to tell you if it is good. Then if it's foreign feed that we have never had before, go to where they wrote indications, feed composition. Send me the feed composition. That's what we'll look at to tell you if feed is good. Then Nigeria made feed, we have Eco Float, we have Blue Crown, we have Top, we have Omega, we have Vital. You know, this is made in Nigeria and they are very good. You know, So you can actually, if you want, for me, it depends on what you want and the one that's available in your places. There are other ones that I can't even mention because I don't know all their names, but these are the ones in my area. So if you have the ones that you don't know if they are good, or go to the feed composition, take a picture of it, send it to me, and tell me the ones that are available in your place. I'll be able to guide you which one you will go for. This feed, they are very good. So this feed actually has 100% feed composition your catfish need. So if you have this food that I have mentioned, man, you don't actually need to be looking for what does not look for you. Leave those things alone and focus more on the one you have. You know, they say a better hand is worth more than 100 in the bushes. So you cannot have good food and then you are chasing shadows. It doesn't work. It only increases the expenses you are doing. And the problem is, by the time you sell, you put yourself into financial pressure, trying to block those expenses and make gain to prosper your business. And this becomes a big challenge. That's why you see many people that just enter catfish, they come out and tell you, that business, they say is good. It's not good though. It's just a waste of time. But the question is, did you do the right thing? Did you do the right thing? I recently posted a video of somebody that invested money and made almost half of the money invested. People are wondering that they don't believe it's the same catfish that they are doing that the person did. Well, the problem is you are free to believe whatever you want to believe, but people are cashing out. The question is, how are you going to cash out if you refuse to do the right thing? Until I come your way next time, my name is Emily Fonwell of Let Us Farm. Keep farming.